Alright, who's ready for some Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does everyone remember how to play?
No.
Maybe.
I do.
I do.
Yeah.
That was so innocent.
Like, I do.
God, we got
Oh.
fun last time.
I hope people took some good notes, because I need everyone to roll, and the lowest gets to recap.
Why are you evil?
Oh, you suck. Oh, shit.
Nice, Eladrian.
I mean, that was the most. That was the biggest. I had so much
Oh
anxiety.
my god.
Oh my goodness.
We're back, baby! Mighty's rolling low again!
Oh no! Hold on, I haven't even seen. Hold on, I'm uploading my sheet. Where do you roll?
No.
I'll just cut out. It
That's
must have been good.
so. That's so funny.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
We are so bad.
Who's Reed? Who is Reed?
We're back to you being absolutely tortured by this game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What's a crimson size session without Midas rolling low?
Literally
Oh my
before you joined, D-Train was like, man, I hope D-Train does the recap because I haven't looked at the YouTube video. I was supposed to. I was gonna. I didn't.
Hey, I did it last time, so it just so
Yeah,
happens
I was
we have. It just so happened that
Oh.
we magically took a month off, basically. So,
Oh,
so take it
okay.
away.
It's okay. It's okay. So, we last left off on a cliffhanger. We started off on a cliffhanger, kind of, if I remember correctly. Midas was being a sneaky little snake with his little serpent coil, and he found out that the party was doing all this nonsense for no reason, because although they got in, ain't nobody was there. Not the reason they needed anyways. So basically it was Operation Get the Fuck Out of Here. Midas easily flies out because he's that guy. Chloe and Zoa, however, they end up using a couple of spells. There's Misty Stepping, there's some darkness involved. Eventually they get out. So they're separated, Midas is separated. Why is this all happening? Eladrian and Drag is like, wow, this is so easy. All we have to do is talk to people. Let's go find me Papa. And they go to this one guy who basically it's in charge of paperwork, and he's like old as hell, taking forever, slow as hell, like gonna croak at any second. And eventually he signs it with the help of Eladrian and his mage hand. So everything's good, everything's fine, right? Right? Well, no. I forgot why, but somebody was looking for Eladrian and Drag, and I think they accused them because they was both blue. Kind of species is, if you really think about it, but that's neither here or there. Anyways, they get arrested. So they're in the jail cell. Guess who's in the jail cell with them? Eladrian's Papa. Crazy, right? Crazy how that works. As far as the other three, where are they? Well, they're somewhere. They in Baland. They ain't in jail, and that's all that matters. And honestly, that's all I remember. So, I think that was it. I think that was everything. I think that was great.
Yeah, pretty good job. And they identified the two blue people because there was two blue humanoid creatures at the scene, one in disguise. But that is correct. So great job remembering everything that happened. And we are going to start off with you, Midas. So you were recently up on the top of the hill where you heard Eladrian's father was. You'd gone up there, and you saw a couple of people talking about the guards taking away a blue person. And coming off of that, that's kind of where we left off with you last time. So we cut back to you, Midas, and what are you gonna do? You're up there, all up on your lonesome.
Yeah, so I watched him get taken away. No, I watched them talk about it.
Yeah, like you went up and talked to this group of guys that said, oh, he just got taken away 10, 15 minutes before you got there.
Yes, okay, cool. Midas is gonna groan. He's a bit annoyed, honestly. It's like a wild goose chase at this point. He don't know where nobody is. All he knows is that he want to find his man so bad, and it's not going anywhere. So he's gonna leave that area and head in direction of where a jail should be. He's not from here, but maybe he can connect the dots and figure it out.
Yeah, definitely. As you kind of make your way down the hill and you kind of get into the crowds once again, you kind of ask a couple of people around, where's someone somewhere that they might hold people or some kind of government building, and they point you in the direction of the government building that Drag and Eladrian had gone to, where a lot of the paperwork's done, entrances into the the dockyard and stuff like that. So you come in and you see there's
Some music. Hello.
Yeah, change that. I changed that. So you see a lot of people, talking, things like that. There's a pretty good guard presence there as well. Doesn't seem to be any disturbances there. A lot of people just going about their day, getting their paperwork done, things like that. And what do you want to do now?
Can he go to, I guess, a front desk? See if there's anybody you can talk to.
Yep, and there is someone there at the front desk. It's a small, gnomish person, and they look up to you and says, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Hi, I want to. I'm here to visit somebody. I know they got put here a couple hours ago, maybe even a few days. I don't know. Time's an illusion, really. Yeah, can I talk with them?
Yeah, might have to be a little bit more specific. Who are you looking for exactly?
Yeah, Mr. Breezeleaf. Yeah. We're not on first name basis, I'm afraid. We're just business partners.
Oh, okay. Just give me a moment. Let me check the records. And
Yes.
you see the gnomes kind of start fumbling through some books, and then he doesn't. You're watching him. He doesn't appear to see their name, and he says, were they here for a business of some kind, or were they here to get some paperwork?"
No. I mean, you don't recognize no blue. Is there a lot of blue people here?
Well, I mean, I just got on shift not too long ago, so I haven't seen anyone just yet. But are they, if they're here to get paperwork to access the dockyard, they might just be down the hall over there. And he points down the hallway where you can see a lineup of people.
See, where would people who get arrested go?
You see the gnomish person's eyebrow kind of raise at that, and he says, "Oh, well, we do have some cells down below. You said Breezeleaf, was it?"
Yes, yeah.
Okay, one moment. And the gnomish person reaches below the desk and pulls out a large, thick, black leather binder and opens it up and starts pulling through. And yes, it appears we just brought in someone named Breezeleaf just about a half an hour or so ago. And you know these people? They kind of are under investigation for a commotion that occurred at the dockyards.
Wait. Is that 30 minutes ago?
Well, Let me see. Maybe like about maybe hour and 2 hours ago, something around there.
Wow, that a commotion you said. I have another question. How many brief leaves do you all have?
Well, I think we have 2. Looks like we
2?
have 2 here.
2.
Yes. I'm just checking the ledger here. There's 2, and then apparently a rather large dragonborn is down there as well.
And you gotta be fucking. Yes, yeah. Like I said, business partners, it's strictly business. I just have to commune with them.
Well, I'm sorry to say they're under some quite serious allegations. If you're looking to go and speak with them, you might need to get the escort of the guard.
Oh, and that's more than fine. Can you help me with that?
Yes, of course. And the gnome just kind of takes a couple steps down. They have a little step stool behind this desk of theirs, and you see him scuttle off to the back room. And moments later, one singular guard comes forward and walks over to you. And he says, "You're looking to speak with the captives down below?"
Yes, please.
All right, follow me this way. And
All right.
they lead you down towards the basement area. And as you're heading down there, we're going to kind of rewind a little bit, and we're going to go over to Eladrian and Drag. Eladrian, you're currently through the jail cell, embracing your father.
Father.
My son, I never thought I'd see you again.
I cannot believe that this is where we are seeing each other again for the first time in so many years. Dad. Oh my god.
When your brother Zephyr told me you were alive, I didn't want to hold out hope. But
I didn't even know I had a brother.
oh, there's so much I need to tell you, my son, but what are we doing in this place? They just grabbed me while I was up on the hill.
I don't know. I came for the paperwork to see you because I thought you were at the dock. And I gave the paperwork to come to the dock, and then they put me in the jail.
The guards accused me of causing a commotion down at the docks. I wasn't even there.
Like, this is a big confusion. There's too much. I don't know. We must. We should. Do we have a lawyer?
I mean, I did not ask for one.
Do we need one? We should. This is a big misunderstanding. We should just yell at them and say this is wrong.
Oh,
I don't know why we are here.
He looks over and he looks up at Drag. He says, "Well, Eladrian, are you not going to introduce me to your friend?"
Oh, father. Drag, this is my father, Dornian Breezeleaf, and father, this is Drag, Dragonista.
Well, any friend of my son is a friend of mine. And as you guys are kind of talking and a little chit-chatting, some heavy boot steps come down the stairs, and you see 2 individuals. One is the rather large and armor-clad sergeant that was down at the docks, and as well as the guard that you had charmed in front of the gates. And they step over to you.
Oh,
Well, Hubert, is this the one that you apparently cast magic against you?
Yes, sir. He's a nice guy, but after he went away to get the paperwork, I kind of felt like a fog had lifted off my head after he left. I could only assume that was some kind of magic spell he used against me.
used against you? You are my friend, right? We are friends. Why would I use magic against my friend? You are just allowing me to go with the paperwork, that's all. And I have it now. And now I have it.
And
these two were at the scene of the commotion earlier today.
I mean, they were there, and I think there was a couple other ones, and I'm pretty sure I heard this one. And he points at you, Eladrian. Yelled something about the Mighty Ducks.
Yes. What about the Mighty Ducks?
The Mighty Ducks. I believe I've heard of them, but last I heard, they were coming out of the Feast or Famine Championship. Was that you?
They certainly did come out of the championship, and they came out as champions. And we are the Mighty Ducks. I am one of them, and this is another here, Dragonista. We are part of the Mighty Ducks.
And,
the champions of the Feast and Famine. Yes.
And how many others are there?
And all of us.
No, numbers, please.
I know numbers.
This would go a lot easier if you would give us your numbers.
What? I think I'm 31, 28, and 31.
Oh, okay. Well, how about you? And he looks over.
He looks over to you, Drag, and you're pretty much like eye to eye with this person. Like, they are a very large human, and it's not too common that you see someone and you're eye to eye with them.
Drag's flexing a little bit and like, any questions you need to ask, you can ask the little blue man.
Oh, good.
I think I would rather ask you.
And
well, I don't know if I know anything.
And you see him pull out a scroll and recite some incantations as you see kind of the front of the scroll fizzle a little bit, and he looks back to you, Drag.
So, where were you this morning?
And he's looking at, asking you, Drag.
We were in the Quack House.
The Quack House, okay.
And you start to feel a little presence go searching around inside in your mind, Drag. It's a little bit uncomfortable. And you feel it kind of probing your mind for any kind of, just like those thoughts that kind of just pop up without without you really like actively thinking about it. Just those really brief flashes of memories and things as he poses questions to you.
Were you at the docks earlier today?
Yes.
All right, and
did you and your Mighty Ducks have anything to do with the disturbance that took place at the docks today?
I'm not sure.
And what's Drag thinking about right now as he asks you these questions?
She's trying to remember what we had for breakfast. And she's also remembering like some of the funny things that she kept laughing about at Eladrian. Nothing concrete about any of the docs. Just stupid flashes of things that he does.
All right, and I want you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay.
As you feel the magical influence kind of try and probe your mind a little bit deeper.
Totally won that one.
All right. So you feel him, this magical presence root around in your mind, and while you're not directly thinking about, whatever happened at the docks, the flashes of your memories kind of funnel through, and, in your mind, like, although you're like thinking about Eladrian, it's like the surrounding area is at the docks, like seeing Eladrian, joke and yell and scream about that imposter next to him, and you look over and you see another blue person that Eladrian is, yelling at and talking with the guards about, and
Interesting. So you were at the docks today.
Well, if you knew, why did you ask?
I just wanted to see if you'd be honest.
That's interesting.
I think we need to speak with this other one over here.
As he turns and looks over to Dornian Breezeleaf.
Sir, we're going to need you to come with us for some questioning, if that's okay.
You questioned us right here. Why do you have to take him for a question? You just ask him.
The guard, Hubert, opens up the gate and starts escorting him away.
Dad, Father, Dad, no, don't take him. I just got him back. I just got him back. Dad!
If he's not involved, you'll have nothing to worry about. He will be released.
He's not
more
involved.
about
There
yourselves.
was an imposter. There was an imposter. There was someone pretending to be him. He is the real one. That is my father.
Well, then
Don't take him from me again. Don't take him again.
Well, if there was an imposter, well, then there's nothing for you to worry about, is there?
Okay. Daddy, it'll be fine.
And your dad reaches back for you. My son, I love you.
No, it'll be soon, Father. I found you.
Hubert and Sergeant Brick escort Dornian Breezeleaf out and away. And a few moments later, you guys, Drag and Eladrian. Well, actually, before that happens, as your dad's taken away, Drag and Eladrian, what are you guys doing in this cell?
Crying. Dad. Oh my God. I cannot believe my father was here right next to me in his jail. I have not seen him in almost 20 years, and yet he shows up here. I had him in my arms, and they took him from me. This was the real father. He knew the secret handshake.
And,
Drag's just patting him on the back, saying, "It'll be okay, buddy."
Yeah, I just go on forever.
love the support. And as Eladrian is sobbing into Drag's shoulder there, you guys hear some footsteps coming down the staircase, and coming into the room is one Rento guard, and behind them is the well-dressed Midas Valdove. And Midas, you walk in and you see Eladrian and Drag in a cell, with Eladrian crying uncontrollably into Drag's lap.
Oh my God, be so fucking for real.
My dad!
Why am I not surprised I'm in a cell right now?
This is your fault.
He's heartbroken right now.
My father was here, and they took him from me.
You found him? Where did he go?
They took him for questions, and I don't know where. There was an imposter on the beach.
Oh my God, Eladrian, you're such a fucking dumbass. I mean, imposter. I'm so sorry, man.
I don't know where he came from.
I know how important dads are. Am I just kind of like eye the guard to see if he's like paying attention?
Oh yeah, he is 100% paying attention.
This is my real dad. He knew.
Well, surely he'll
knew
be
the
back
handshake.
soon if it's just for questions. He knew that there's a fucking handshake.
He knew the handshake. We did it together like we did when I was a boy. Daddy.
Well, it appears that you two know each other. Says the guard.
Business partners. Remember, I told the other person, we business partners. They handle the exports of my goods. Them being jailed not very beneficial for my business. So I do need to talk to them. Yeah. Although most of the stuff I do talk to them about is a bit confidential.
Well, I apologize. We cannot leave guests unattended to visiting people that are under questioning.
That is a shame. That is a shame. Good thing I have good intentions. Because if I didn't have good intentions, I could just like charm you. But I am nothing but a person with good intentions, and I don't even know how to do that. Right, Eladrian? I don't know how to do that. Right?
My dad is not even he can't even defend their
See,
father is still with it.
I know. I know.
I feel like I'm having a fucking stroke.
It's just a sad time for him. I can't, how am I supposed to do business like this? Not only is my partner in jail, but he's a fucking sobbing mess. A disgusting one at that. Look at him, all the damn tear stains. And the snot. And the snot. This is ridiculous. I'm so sorry. I might need more time.
Well, yes, that's quite all right. I believe Sergeant Brick will be not too much longer in speaking with the other suspected party, and I'm sure after that everything will be taken care of, and your friends will be out of here, no problem.
That's perfect. Can you tell me a little bit more about what happened or why they got arrested? I'm new here. I'm just like a traveling merchant, on a business trip, if you will. So I don't really know what's going on.
Well, apparently down at the docks just a few hours ago, there was a commotion in line for the customs. Some people casted some magic that caused mass hysteria, and one of our guards was able to identify these business partners of yours here, along with another gentleman that looks quite similar to your crying friend here, as suspects in the disturbance.
You don't say. Oh my, that is such a shame. I can't believe some people would do that. Well, I can assure you, my business partners could never do anything like that. They couldn't even hurt a fly. I mean, look at him. He's too busy sobbing. He doesn't even know what a fly is. If you ask him, watch this, Eladrian, what is a fly? See?
I can't even fly.
He doesn't even know. He lost a few marbles back in the day. So I'm sure that they would be free of any charges. I am sorry something like that would happen. I'm sure whoever did that's a fucking idiot. It needs to be slapped upside the head. It may be even punished. But I can assure you it's not.
Well, that would be Sergeant Brick to determine any sort of punishment for any guilty parties.
If he needs any help, I'm more than welcome to give a few ideas. I see a few punishments back in my day. I'm from Vrento. The Vrento cards, they do not show any mercy when they need to. And I commend him for that. We are protected at the wall.
No, he kind of takes pride in that, complimenting his the Vrento guard that he's a part of.
Like, a needle can do a lot of damage if healthfully. I don't know if you know, but I'm from the Golden Loom, so we are very skilled in our craftsmanship and maybe well with our hands. I don't do that dirty work, so I don't know anything about torture, but there is a very thin line between weaving and tailoring and torture. Like I said, you can do a lot with a needle. So, like I said, if you need any ideas, I got you. I'm even sure you can, if you try even hard enough, you could probably knock somebody out cold with just one prick of a needle.
I
would never do anything like that, though. I would never do anything like that because I don't like to get my hands dirty. Because look at these hands; these things are delicate. However, I could help y'all if I ever need to make sure y'all can catch this guy and make sure he gets what he deserves. Not these guys though; they ain't do it. Isn't that right, Eladrian? In drag.
Well, I'm
Yep,
sure.
whatever he said.
Oh.
Hugan! Hugan's right!
Well, I'm sure if there in a sense, Sergeant Brick will let them out post haste, and you can get back to your business.
Thank you. Yes. Now, if only they could stop sobbing, so we can go out of town and make it out. They're all free.
Well, I'm afraid our time is running short. I'm gonna have to ask you to head back upstairs and wait for Sergeant Brick's decision on this matter.
Surely you can get spared just another 10 minutes.
I couldn't.
You are from Vento, and so am I, and I respect all y'all do. So if y'all can't, I understand, but I know you wouldn't let down a fellow Venter.
He's just kind of like, oh. You can see on his face a look of, he wants to help you out, but I think he's a little bit more worried about what Sergeant Brick will do to him if he doesn't follow the rules.
It's okay. We can go back up. And while we go back up, maybe I can even show you a couple things that a needle can do. So you can have the skills as well.
Sure. Go ahead. He's just kind of like he gestures for you to head up the stairs first.
I have the scars from the needle too.
Not the scars. Drag. Get him to shut up. I'll be back. Yes, come on.
All right, and as he leads you up the stairs, we're gonna cut over to Kore and Zar. Last time, you guys were chilling in an alleyway. I think that's kind of where we ended. Were you invisible or not invisible at that point?
We turned invisible because I wanted to go look for bunnies.
Yeah. So you guys are going through the city invisible.
Yes.
Currently.
Looking for bunnies.
All right. So the invisibility lasts an hour. I'll let you know that. Weren't you invisible? How long have you been invisible? Let's say, like, from getting out of the whole dockyard situation to where you are now.
We took a rest, and then the invisibility wore off.
Yeah.
And then we cast it again. So I don't know how when exactly you want to start us being invisible, but yeah.
Let's just say maybe a bit invisible for 10-15 minutes, so you got a solid 45 minutes or so.
Okay.
You're both invisible, right? All right, that's how it works. All right, are y'all holding hands?
Yes.
So you know where each other are.
Yes. Kore's got a steel grip on Zar. Okay.
Ow! It hurts.
Zar, shush. Just follow me.
If you hurt someone while they're invisible, they become uninvisible, so...
I'm not holding you that hard.
I'm fragile.
She loosens up a little bit.
It still hurts.
She loosens up a little bit more. Is that better?
It's better, thanks.
Uh-huh.
What are we doing again? Whoa.
I'm trying to find a place to lay low, and I can't get what that tavern I'm forgetting the word for bartender. The bartender.
The tavern keep?
The tavern keep. Yeah, him. I forget his name at the moment, but I can't remember. I can't get out of my mind something that he said, and he looked at me, and he asked if we had met before, because he had seen other people who look like me here.
You mean like those assholes we saw on the way?
Hopefully not I hope they don't act like them, but it's very rare when I see other people like me, Zar, and if
we're gonna get a bunny army and we're gonna raid the docks again?
No, I want to find them because they like to keep to themselves. They don't go sharing other people's business. They
Maybe
can
I
lay low there.
Maybe I can get anything to be high in the sky and look for people like you.
It's a big city, but sure, you could. I mean, that could help.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll snap anything into the air and just give them the fly above and look for anyone with bunny ears.
All right. Anything takes off into the sky as he begins his search. Roll perception for anything, and Corey, I'm assuming you're leading the, the charge here.
Yeah.
So, like, whereabouts do you think you'd want to head in this large coastal town here?
A place like she'd probably look around like a market or like to see if there's any or like any other like taverns, like places that are away from like the docks, like far away from the docks, and like where like guards aren't really like there's not like a super strong guard presence.
Yeah, sure thing. So, with anything up in the sky, with that roll, how much is it?
2.
Does it add anything, or is it
Yeah,
just,
Wow.
it was not a good
Plus
roll?
3, so it's a 5.
Yeah. So he doesn't get much, like he can't pinpoint anything. Anything can't pinpoint anything in terms of like people with bunny ears from up in the sky. But he can see some like kind of busier, let's say like residential, maybe some market areas that are further out from the dockyard. And as you guys are walking and navigating, kind of following the direction of anything, you do see a heavy presence of the Vrento Guard looking, they seem to be investigating in pairs, looking down alleyways, talking with the residents. As they're walking by, you guys can like passively hear them describing people that basically fit your description. And as you get further away from the docks, the presence does thin out of the Vrento Guards, but there are still some in the area. Definitely a lot less presence though. And you come into an area almost like following your nose a little bit, Corey, as you can smell some very delicious things being made, some things that you never never smelled before. As you come into like a very very busy marketplace, there's lots of stalls and vendors and stuff like that, but there is one place that appears to have like a very very large lineup of people. And as you get a little bit closer, and let's just say at this point you probably got like another 10-15 minutes left after walking for half an hour or so, you do spy like a couple of long-eared folk in line at this place.
Do they look more humanoid like Corey, or do they look more rabbity?
They definitely share more similar traits to you. One big difference though, they thick, they pudgy, they've been eating good.
Big chungus.
Like a pair of big chunguses that, based on your physique and their physique, you're like, you don't even know if they'd be able to bunny hop.
Oh wow. Brandon! Why did you post this? Anyway,
Oh my god.
I can't look at, I gotta scroll up. Anyway, yeah, looking around some more, are there any guards close by?
They are like, you'll see like maybe a pair of them patrolling like every 15-20 minutes as you're kind of walked into this area. You saw like one pair, and they're just like making like a really big lap around this area. So you'd have like time once they've kind of made their way past you guys, if you wanted to, do anything, because the clock is running out on your invisibility.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Sorry. Do you think we should try to get in?
Get in? Where? To this place?
There. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. We can like. You want to like draw mustaches on each other?
What? No.
That's a disguise. They're looking for us.
You're hopeless. You're so hopeless.
What do you mean?
I mean, a paper bag would work better as a disguise.
But that's too obvious.
We'll need to find something that can try and cover your horns, and well, for me, there's not a whole lot I can do, but at least there are, for myself, but there at least there's some people who look like me. We just need a place to lie low for a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Well, I'll follow you.
Okay, so she'll try and get in. Like see if there's any way she could get into the place.
Alright, so, you see that this, as you kind of make your way to the front of the line, you guys are invisible. And looking at this building, you see a little sign and above the doorway, and it appears to be like almost like it's like a double door. So one side of it has a line going in, and another line has people coming out of it. And at the top of the door, there's a basically a placard of a big old cupcake on top, and engraved in it, it says "Artsy Tartsy." And people coming out are munching down on various pastries and desserts and things like that. They have gigantic smiles on their faces as they are biting into these things. A couple of them get a little bit weak at the knees as they bite into these decadent desserts as they walk out of the store. If you wanted to try and get in, you might have to roll a pretty difficult stealth check, because there's people funneling in and out pretty constantly.
Okay, so it's too busy. As much as she would love to, like, she wants to go in so bad, but it's just it doesn't seem like there's an opening, like a good opening. So, is there any like adjacent building or like shop or anything that's like not that like packed?
Well, there's like a couple of stores and things like that. Some like leatherworking shops, some clothing stores, stuff like that. There would be things that you could purchase in these stores to, like throw over top of yourselves to kind of, get like a hood up or something like that, if like a cloak or something like that, if you needed it.
Yep, going in there.
All right. Cool. So, you now at this point, I'm gonna say you're kind of like last minute of the invisibility. So do you want to go? Do you want to become visible before you enter the store, or because you will poof into visibility like a couple seconds after you're inside?
Yeah. She'll like kind of like dip into like a corner, like a side corner, and like go visible with the Czar, and then like dip into the store.
Yeah, perfect. So you and Czar both enter inside this store, and you see a human female just kind of putting stuff away, stuff like that, and looks over. It's like, "Oh, welcome. What can I do for you?"
Well, we were just in the market looking for some cloaks.
All right, yeah, we got a couple of those. Let me see. Do you mind if I just kind of size you up here?
Oh, sure, no problem.
All right, and she looks over to kind of the both of you and says, "Do you want something to accommodate the ears and horn?"
Preferably something that could cover them, because my ears get so chilly, and it's hard to just this weather is I'm just very, very sensitive to any chills. So anything that could cover them. Same with my friend here. His horns are so sensitive.
Yeah, they're very cold. I'm just a poor, cold tiefling. And we're totally not hiding from anybody. As he looks over his shoulder.
Stomps on his foot. As soon as he says hot, even before he can even get the word out, he stomps his foot.
What's that for?
The lady just kind of looks a little bit like little shifty eyes at the two of you, and then she just shrugs her shoulders like, what you do is your business, not mine. As long as you're paying customers.
He's an adopted nephew of a distant cousin of mine. He's had a rough life, and he just tends to say just crazy things sometimes. It's just, don't mind him.
Yeah, don't mind me. Do you have any braces for your feet? Because I think she broke my toes.
I mean, I could probably wrap some cloth around it pretty tight if you need me to.
Be great, thanks.
All right, and she goes to the bag, grabs a couple of cloaks, kind of looks you guys up and down, and grabs one or two out of the pile she brought out, and she hands Corey. She hands you like a very dark brown, just very plain looking cloak, with a hood that can definitely accommodate your ears, whether you want to have them lay flat behind you or however you want to style your ears. And Zars, your cloak's a little bit, doesn't accommodate the horns as well. Usually, people make room for the horns because it pokes right through. But the hood that she gave you is a very large and billowy, so it has a lot of extra space. So it just looks like you have a very gigantic head. But it's a dark gray cloak.
Do you have a top hat and a fake mustache?
Top hat, yes. Mustache, I'm afraid you'll have to grow on your own.
What about a monocle?
I think we might be able to find one. Hold on. And
I want an oversized top hat. They're really, cover the horns.
Oh, okay.
For a costume party.
Of course, she winks at you. And she goes to the back, and she does get a top hat, and she comes over and she says, well, this was going to go to a large Goliath, but I'm sure this could fit your horns there. And she kind of places the top hat, and it rests like your horns basically keep it in place. So it's not going to get blown off by any breeze or anything like that.
That's perfect.
And she says, I don't have a monocle, but I do have these glasses here. And they're basically little half moon glasses that she hands over to you.
I'll take them, kind of blow on both of them, rub them with the cloak, put them on. These are perfect.
All right, perfect. Well, that will be about 5 silver pieces, please.
Oh, sure thing. And yeah, Corey will just give her 1 gold.
Oh, thank you very much. And in case anyone was coming to look for you, I didn't see you.
Thank you. I do appreciate the being discreet. Also, you must get a lot of clients and see a lot of people around Baland, yes?
Oh, definitely. Especially since Artsy Tartsy moved in not too far down over here.
Oh, it looks very popular. I mean, it must be the talk of the town, the crown jewel of this city, even.
Oh, yeah. Gloria's definitely brought some attention to this part of Baland, that's for sure.
What can you tell me about Baland? How long have you lived here?
Well, I've lived here my whole life, actually. Been a seaside girl my whole life. And, ever since, the city has really developed into a very important trading hub for all of Stellaris, actually. Everything comes through the ports of Baland. So everything is very tightly vetted and everything. Then security is very tight. I know, it seems like you guys were a little bit on the run. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying we do have quite the hard ass, let's say, captain of the guard here. His name's Sergeant Brick.
Like really tall? Is he really tall and big?
Oh, yeah. He is
Okay, that's
monstrous.
the motherfucker who killed my fucking bird. Okay.
Yeah, I would recommend really not tangling with him. He is a stickler for the rules and quite the hard ass about it. But I gotta tell you, as much of a hard ass as he is, he really demands respect in throughout all of Baland. He gets the job done.
Does he have any do you love like tarts and cupcakes and stuff? Like, what's his weakness, because guys that are like stick with rules, they're like really like soft-hearted and stuff. So maybe we can I don't know.
You're not going to bribe him, Zara. We're
No,
going to be as far away from him as possible.
I'm not trying to bribe him. I'm just trying to maybe you want some treats or something.
Well, I mean,
Corey relaxes and she just looks at the the human woman and just sighs and just goes, our intentions were not to be we weren't trying to do anything shady, which is kind of funny considering the what happened, but we were really just trying to look for someone in the docks, and we didn't want to go through all the bureaucracy of all the paperwork and whatever. It was a man related to one of our companions, so we tried to sneak in, but
that's not gonna work.
Yeah, that didn't work. No, it sure didn't.
So wait, we're telling her everything now? You just broke my toes and you're just gonna tell her everything?
Well, she said she wouldn't tell anybody, so no, it's okay.
Well, now I'm gonna have to walk with a limp for weeks.
Yeah, well, you'll be fine.
I'm already carrying all the ducks on my back already, so...
Drag carries you on her back.
Yeah, well, she's the co-captain.
Ducks? What do you mean ducks? What are you talking about?
We're Mighty Ducks. I know it's a stupid name, but they're our
the greatest
friends.
name ever.
They're my friends, and we have traveled quite far and wide together. We were just hailed as champions of the Feast or Famine, and then we came over here because we're trying to look for somebody who can help us, and it just got into a whole mess.
Well, I know that the bureaucracy isn't any fun, but they run a tight ship over there on the dockyards, and I mean, as long as you got the paperwork, they're not gonna hassle you.
Corey kind of falters for a little bit, and then she goes, that's good to know. And she you can tell that she's pretty uncomfortable just at the mention of guards and stuff.
Yeah, and the shopkeeper will notice that, and she'll kind of look out the kind of the front glass window, and she'll kind of just kind of talking out towards the window, and she sees, oh, well, there goes the guards again on their pass. I mean, if someone was looking to avoid certain people, now would probably be a good time to head out if they needed to.
Well, Zar, let's get going.
All right. And I'll slide her 5 gold. Thank you, and please keep our secret.
I never met you.
And yep, they head out.
Yep.
All right, and as you head out, Corey, you can't help but look towards the line at coming out of Artsy Tartsy, and you do see the pair of chonky Herringons have moved up a little bit in the line, and you can see them kind of just like doing the Mr. Burns with their fingers, just waiting in anticipation for the sweet treats that are inside.
Yeah, Corey looks on and smiles, and then looks over at Czar, and she goes, "I would really love to go in, but it's a bit too crowded for my taste, right? At least right at this moment, considering we need to keep a low profile."
I feel like that's the best place, you know, we can just blend in with the crowd. They'll never see us. 'Cause I know, I could tell as soon as we walked up, even though we were invisible, your hand tensed up just a little bit more, because you were so excited about being here.
Corey's just like, well, maybe just a little tiny peek.
You know, treats always taste better on the run anyways.
I just worry because, I mean, the guards will surely come back around, and I don't know, they, like, how badly do they stick out on a scale from 1 to 10?
Does who stick out? Or
Like Corey and Czar with
Well,
his top hat and his
you know what, the top hat, believe it or not, kind of helps a little bit. It's like so out there that like people don't want to look at him.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So she's like, well, maybe it's not a terrible idea. We can let's wait in line.
All right, and so you guys start walking towards the line. Yeah, you walk by those the people in line, and you take a few steps, and you know you walk past the Herringons that are in line, and you're only maybe about like 4 or 5 people behind them. The line is moving fairly quickly, and while you guys are waiting in line, let's cut back over to Midas. So Midas, you're being kind of escorted out of the jail cell area by the guard that's there, and he's kind of ushering you out of the jail cell area. What are you gonna do? Oh my god, there's dogs in there.
They're killing him.
Can you remind me how much longer until my business partners are freed?
Well, as soon as Sergeant Brick comes back from speaking with the other suspects, I'm sure he's gonna have another conversation with your business partners there, and I'm sure the matter will be settled in maybe about an hour or so, maybe.
Oh, okay. I guess I can wait.
And he kind of ushers you up, and he says, "Well, we can bring you to our waiting room while everything's being processed. If you want to have like a cup of coffee and maybe some biscuits."
That would be appreciated. Thank you.
All right. And he brings you over to that area, and after a couple of minutes, the guards they kind of like shut the doors there. You're in a very comfortable space. You know, it's kind of just a nice little plain waiting room, couple of chairs, the tea and biscuits and stuff, and the guards are posted out front and throughout the government building here. And after a few moments, you hear some large footsteps coming towards the door, and opening it up, you see a very familiar person, but a little bit older than who you might, or a little bit older than your traveling companion Eladrian. And this person sits down kind of across from you as the large sergeant says,
I'll just have you stay right down here, Dornian, if you don't mind. I'm just gonna go have a conversation with, you said it's your son down there?
"Yes, Yes, my son Eladrian. He's down. He's down there. I am sorry for whatever mess he got himself into, but yeah, just go talk to him. I'm sure he'll clear all this up. The Sergeant Brick kind of nods towards Dornian and closes the door behind him. As Midas, you're sitting in this room with Dornian Breezeleaf, and he just kind of looks over to you and just gives you a nod as he reaches down and grabs a cookie for himself.
Wow, you do look just like him. I was pretty close.
Look like who?
Oh, my apologies. It's nice to meet you. I am the Midas Valdo for the Golden Loom. Expert tailor, world-renowned tailor, winner of the Feast and Famine. Yes, that is me. Hello, nice to meet you. I am also, a business partner of your son Eladrian.
You know my son Eladrian?
Sadly, yes.
Sadly? What?
Yes.
What do you mean? He is a joy to be around all of his life, ever since he was a child.
Maybe for a second. Joy is a very strong word, but alas, yes, I do know him.
So Sergeant Brick just told me all about the commotion that happened down at the docks. Was that? Were you there?
No, I'm afraid I was not. I'm just traveling in. I needed to go check on my partners. I just found out about what happened. That's a shame. I can't believe they think Eladrian did that. He would never do that. He's pretty fucking stupid. Like, really stupid. Like, extremely stupid. But he wouldn't do something like that.
And I don't appreciate you saying stupid so many times about my son, but he was a little bit of a reckless child when he was younger.
Little bit?
Yes, he would always be jumping off of the cliffs of Stonecaster Mountain by himself. A little bit reckless. Before he was quite ready. He got a bunch of bumps and bruises and a couple of broken bones every now and then, but he was a good boy.
Does he have a tendency of ruining plans?
I mean, we kind of wanted to move down to a little bit closer to Dunblane, but you know, he was a little bit reckless at the time, so we kind of had to postpone plans a little bit. But, and you know, the whole, well, maybe I don't know how much he's told you, but you know, he kind of ran away when he was a child, so that kind of ruined our, you know, entire life for a while.
Oh, well, for the time that you did have him, like the year or whatever, I don't know. So I'm not your father. How many times did he hit his head?
For the ones I witnessed, about twice. Rizelia would maybe say,
give or take
3
50
times.
Give or take like 40, 50.
I don't think that many. His head is normal shaped.
Yeah, maybe his head. Have you looked inside his brain?
No, I have not.
Yeah, you might want to do that. I think he's down a brain cell, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5.
Well, he's definitely got himself into a little bit of a mess. Sergeant Brick is not too happy, and well, the other guard Hubert there, he kind of you know, pointed out the fact that my son used magic against him, which I didn't even know that Eladrian could do such a thing.
Yeah, he can do it all right. Yeah, you know, he does know how to cast a spell or 2. He channels it through his little instruments. Don't ask him to play for you. It's not the best, but you know, not everybody's good at everything like me, so it's okay. It happens.
Eladrian was always very musically inclined, much like his younger brother Zephyr.
Yes, him. Do you know where he is? Or did you lose him too?
No. Zephyr is he's currently traveling with the troop, the bardic troop. You know, he's learning various instruments and getting inspiration all over Stellaris.
So you got rid of both your sons. I would too. I don't blame you.
Well, I mean, Eladrian ran away on his own, and
did you find him? before this?
No, I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
even know where he was.
I was just wondering.
You're kind of a dick.
I get that a lot, actually. Thank you.
Well, I'm sure Eladrian will rub off on you eventually.
No. I try to stay at least 5 feet away from him. He doesn't brush his teeth sometimes.
Hmm. Yes, that was always a bad habit of his.
Never mind. That is not nice to say. You spoke to what's his face? Brickface? Was that his name?
Oh yes, Sergeant Brick. I'm quite familiar with
Yes.
him.
Yeah, I was actually talking to your son earlier. He mentioned you was getting interrogated by him. He was sobbing, a sobbing mess, like tears, snot, all of it. I literally just made him a new outfit, and now there's like the stain, a whole different color. It's a bit disrespectful, honestly. He told me I could just send you an invoice, but we can talk about that later. What did y'all talk about, like while he was being interrogated?
Well, he was asking me if I was at the docks earlier today, which I was not, and I was able to, give myself an alibi with some of the people that were up there, some of my friends, and well, like I said, me and Sergeant Brick go back a long time, and I think, I explained the situation. I had not seen my son in many, many, many years. So that's probably why he was crying all over the fabulous suit that you made him.
No, thank you.
And, I was able to basically get any charges dropped down to community service.
For you or for him?
For him. Why would it be for me? I did nothing wrong.
I just wanted to verify. So he does think that Eladrian is the culprit.
Well, he knows that he's involved, and he used magic against a member of the guard, which is a big no-no. And, yeah, but I was able to talk him down just to a very easy community service job.
That's perfect. He's great at community service, if not anything else. Do you know if he's looking for anybody else, or is this a case closed moment?
Well, as long as I don't think they were looking for anyone else. They did mention something about ducks. I'm not quite sure what they were talking about, but
I have no idea.
Okay, yeah, that was kind of weird. I didn't know what he was talking about, but
maybe it's like migration season. I don't know.
Oh, maybe, but I think they said there was maybe a couple of more out there that they've heard of, but
I mean, they
said
do travel in flocks. Migrating ducks, that is, not a party of ducks. Migrating ducks.
Yeah, and well, anyways, they just said as long as the group of these ducks do the community service, everything's forgiven.
See, that is perfect. That is great. I hope Eladrian enjoys that community service, and I hope he does it quickly because we have business to conduct. He is my business, like I said. Yeah. Don't lose your son again, please. I don't want to see him crying again. It's really annoying. No one wants to hear all of that. And also,
Yep,
fatherly bonds are important.
they are. I plan to have a nice long chat with my son, but let me just get a drink of this coffee. 1 second, and I want you to make a Constitution save for me.
No way. If
Please. Oh,
Ooh, it's itchy, but you're able to hold off on it. That's
Close one.
that's quite the interesting bracelet you have there.
Yeah, mind your business.
Oh, okay. It didn't really match your ensemble, so I didn't.
Excuse you. You're one to talk. I mean, look at your shut up. That's everything I wear matches,
Even down to the underwear.
even down to the underwear. Handcrafted, by the way.
Oh, that's impressive.
Thank you. Yes, I grew the worms myself. It is made out of silk. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your underwear was made of worms.
No, it's made out of. You fucking dumb it. Sorry. No, it's made out of silk. I grow silkworms in my studio. Yeah, the studio that I own and pay for. Yes, because I am, the amazing Midas founder for the Golden Loom, and I do own 51% of this company. Um, and I probably have a net worth that's more than you, and that's okay. It happens. Anyways,
I think that's what we call in the biz a humble brag.
yeah, no, no humble. I don't need to be humble. Speaking of it,
But
that's the reason why we're here. Me and my business partner, your son, Eladrian, yes, the idiot. When will you be free? Are you going back to work anytime soon?
well, I was scheduled to go work down at the docks tomorrow. Today was
Yeah,
my day
so
off.
that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna do that. Because we're on a tight schedule, you see. Me and my companions.
More
So
importantly, my son is here. I have to spend the whole day with my son. I have to call my supervisor
yeah.
and let him know that
Yeah.
I cannot make it because my long lost son has come back.
yes, your son. You gotta meet your son. You're so happy. He has a dad. Okay, cool. So yeah, go ahead and do that. And then go ahead and take off for the next 2 days, probably because it's going to be a long night.
Oh, it sounds like you like to party. We're gonna have a great celebration for my son's return.
Yeah. Matter of fact, go ahead and take off 2 days. You never know.
Maybe I'll take off 3.
Yes, that's more than enough. I feel like.
And,
Especially if we have to wait for them to finish their community service, because they're such imbeciles and immature and terrible beings who cast magic on unsuspecting people. They're fucking monsters.
And as you guys are continuing to chat, we're gonna cut over to Drag and Eladrian. As you guys are kind of just stewing and waiting in the jail cell, you hear the large boots of Sergeant Brick come down the stairs and approach you two.
So, you are Eladrian Breezeleaf, Dornian's son.
I am. You know my father? Is he okay?
Well, your father's quite all right. Don't worry.
I was so worried. Thank you for telling me not to worry.
We just had to get to the bottom of this situation, and seems like it was quite the commotion that occurred this morning. But your father's been a long-standing contributor of the Baland Dockyard, and because of his good name, let's just say we're going to reduce any of the charges against you for casting magic against poor Hubert.
I just wanted to have a friend. I just needed to... Well, thank you for letting me to have the lower... Thank you. Okay, thank you for doing this for me, for my father.
Yes, and, we do have some pressing concerns that might need the help of some talented individuals like yourselves. It looks like your friend here can also handle themselves. It looks over to you, Drag.
I like handling things.
Oh.
Perfect. Then you'll be right for this job. So, in service for aiding us, all charges will be dropped against you. Now, as of late, there's been a few trading ships that have been attacked and pillaged out on the open seas. By a miracle, no one's been killed on these ships, simply knocked out, but all their cargo has been made off with. And, to repay your debts to the city of Baland, we ask that you and any other members that you deem well-equipped for this task to join us, Brento Guards, to head out to the open seas and try and find whoever is causing their cargo ships to be attacked.
Wait.
I've always wanted to be a pirate.
Wait a minute here. You are saying that you are going to want for me to come to you onto the boat, onto the ship, into the great wide ocean blue in order to find a possible pirate?
Well, they've
You are
been known
a-
to attack our specific trading routes. There's specific routes that we take out from Baland.
You have come to the right person, my friend. I just happen to be a duck, and a duck, does really well in the water. So, I will assemble the ducks, the rest of the ducks, and we will jump onto the mother ship. We have a ship to go?
The ship will
Yep.
be ready to set sail tomorrow morning, and I do wish to warn you. Now, Dornian is a good man, but if your group does not show up to the cast-off tomorrow, a very sizable bounty will be placed upon your heads. So please, do your father a favor and show up tomorrow.
All right. And it's absolutely okay. Tomorrow we will be here at the dock, and there's going to be like a sign. What is the name of the ship we are going to have, or is it just you going to whistle for us? Be like, hello, we are over here. How do you want us to know where to go?
Well, when you arrive at the custom gate, just speak with the guards there and tell them that you're going to be boarding the Vrento Guard ship.
Got it. Okay. Ship of the Vrento Guard into the ocean blue of the great wide sea. Okay, we are going. I'm going to tell the ducks. I have to find the ducks. Where the drag? We need to find the rest of the flock. Okay, we've got to find everyone.
And
I'm
well,
excited.
Your I'll let you out now, and your father is waiting upstairs in one of the waiting rooms.
Daddy,
And
let's go.
Sergeant Brick opens up the cell and escorts you guys up towards the waiting room. And before another reunion with your dad happens, let's cut back over to Corey and Zar. You guys are just about to enter inside the artsy tartsy, and as you peer in, Corey, you can see the two Herringons. They're getting like 24 donuts each.
Oh my god.
And then and with your keen bunny hearing, you can just hear him. I can't wait to go home and eat all these donuts. They're gonna be so tasty.
They're unlike any Harangon that I've ever met.
There must be some good donuts, man.
You're telling me.
Does your
You hear the bunnies here, like their ears perk up when you say they must be pretty good, and they like kind of waddle over to you. They're not just pretty good. They're the best donuts and pastries in this side of Baland.
What are your favorite? Do you have any favorite flavors?
Oh, I absolutely love the custard and I love the jelly-filled ones, and this one with sprinkles on it. And I also like the strudel. Yeah, those are my favorite ones.
Oh, but that's nice. Well, we'll definitely have to try them out.
which one is your least favorite?
Anyone that has fruit on the top of it. Why put fruit on a pastry? Put extra chocolate on it.
Well, now, it does add a very she like just goes off into like talking about like the flavor profiles of the pastries with you add fruit. Just like, and if you add like things like apples or sweet like lemon, like you need that zest of the lemon to really bring out the like that kind of limoncello custard and like all kinds of stuff. Like you like like she's like there's nothing like you putting fresh fruit on top of a perfectly made tart. It's just you can't go wrong with that. It is absolutely the best thing.
The two Haragons just kind of look back at each other, and then they look towards you, and then back at each other, and go, I hate it when health nuts try to ruin a good thing.
I would like to let you know that she is the best chef in all of Stellaris. This is Corey Riviani. She's gonna be a, I forgot the name. She's the mighty duck. Don't you dare say her cooking is the best.
And I'm definitely trying to make a scene.
He's like, sorry. Low profile. Why would you say that?
What, is this guy your promoter or something? Look at him in a top hat.
I'm her best
And now
friend.
you stop. Hey, you can call me a health nut all day, buddy, but don't be an asshole to him.
You're right. We're just gonna go outside and eat our donuts. I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to steal a donut from him.
Sleight of
Give
hand.
him a donut, and it'll. George's like, just give him a donut. I'll be forgiven.
Oh, fuck.
You go to reach for a donut, he slaps you. Hey, don't touch my donuts.
Hey, you insulted him. You should have one.
I just said it's your promoter.
Yeah, you're starting to make fun of his little top hat.
Yeah.
All right, here, I'll give you this one. It's got fruit on the top. Ew. There you go.
And we're doing you a favor. Great.
Perfect.
All is forgiven.
Hey,
And
Corey, you got
They
you got
waddle out.
the bag of chocolate.
Wait, the bag of chocolate?
Yeah, I'm gonna heat it up and then I'm gonna dip the fruit in chocolate. He never thought of that. He's not a food connoisseur like you are. What a loser.
You're so right. You're.
How dare he make fun of your food? I will never let that happen.
Thank you for sticking up for me.
Always.
I love you.
I love you too.
But we are supposed to be undercover.
Oh yeah. We should have like code names.
Well, no, you want to scream my name out in
Yeah,
front of everyone.
But now if we use the code names, then no one will know.
Corey just stares at him. She goes, okay.
Look, okay,
Sorry.
I'll fix it. This is not Corey Riviani. This is the little bunny and the baby duck. Please.
And then Corey just takes off the fucking hood. She's like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. I don't know why I bothered. I don't know. You can't be subtle. Word
What
of
do you
them.
mean?
Luckily, the guards aren't coming inside of Artsy Tartsy.
Corey's like, I give up. I give up. If anybody says one thing, you're gonna be like, this is Corey Riviani of the Mighty Ducks, who is a great chef, and blah blah blah.
Well,
And-
yeah.
and-
Gotta spread your great name.
I need you to stop hanging out with Eladrian. I can't leave you alone with him on watch or anything. I think he's a very bad influence on you. I think he makes you stupider.
I'm gonna be honest. Something has felt off since he hasn't been here, so I feel like I have to make noise and.
You don't
know-
have to be stupid. You really
No,
don't
because-
have to be stupid.
But I have to be.
No,
In
you
Eladrian's
don't.
memory, he could be dead.
You
know,
went
like
to
I have.
college. You go to college to be stupider.
I know it. All I did was study. I never went out and enjoyed. And people were like, "Hey, come party," and I was like, "No, I could read books." And now I just want to do stuff with Eladrian, and I miss him. I miss my buddy.
So are you crying?
No. It's wet in here. The guy's spit just fell on me.
Sir, just eat your donut. Just eat
Okay.
your donut.
Okay. He's right. The fruit does ruin it.
So you guys,
just has her head in her hand. Just like,
you guys approach the front counter, and there's like a large glass display that's like a rectangle, I guess 3/4 of a rectangle, that kind of cover the front counter area, so you can see all these delicious treats on display. There's someone working like a cash till register basically, and in the back, working a large blast oven, you see a very small gnomish woman with a very cute pink apron on. Her hair is up in two almost like Princess Leia buns on the sides of her head, and she has kind of a nice big little bulb of a nose with that's a little bit reddened from the heat of the blast furnace, and she's pulling out desserts. She's decorating them with like cream on top, sprinkles, fruit, all these kinds of things, and she is working at a very, very rapid pace.
Moray just stares like in complete awe at just watching her work. Like probably if Zar's saying anything to her, she's not listening to him. Like she's just looking over at this amazing chef.
Zar's just got like a mouthful of donut, just like watching Corey fall in love with the cook.
The cash, the person working the cash, watches, kind of eyes you, watching the chef at work, and she looks over to you. It's like, it's quite impressive, isn't it?
Well, yeah, she is impressive. The desserts are impressive. Yes, impressive.
Well, you should definitely taste one. What's catching your eye here? As she like points to the large display of treats.
Well, where do I even begin? It all looks perfect.
Well, are you looking for something like with a fruity taste, citrusy? Are you looking for more of a richer flavor, like a dark kind of chocolatey flavor? Something with like a custard in it? Or you want like light and flaky?
I want to make these.
You want to make these?
I do. And she shows the person her the what was it, like a certificate or like from like the first gourmand.
Yeah, it's like a kind of like a letter of recommendation, basically.
Okay, yeah. So she shows her the letter of recommendation.
And the lady at the cash kind of looks it over, and she says, are you looking to speak with Gloria about getting a recommendation?
I would love that.
Okay, let me just quickly ask her if she has time. Give me a second. And she kind of rushes over to Gloria, who's not breaking stride whatsoever, still decorating the pastries and things like that, as the woman that was at the cash register kind of like shows her the letter, says that she wants to talk to you, and so Gloria, kind of a little bit annoyed, kind of puts down the let's just say what's the thing that they use to fill up things with custard? Whatever that little squirter thing is, you know what I mean?
Piping.
Yeah, piper.
Yeah, there it is.
Pipe it, yeah.
Yeah, she puts that down and comes over to you. She's standing, like, she's not tall enough to reach over the glass counter, so she pulls up a little step stool and stands over, and she looks you up and down.
All right, what do you want?
I'm sorry, the voice is so funny. I'm not in character. I say that in character. In character, Corey says, hello.
Come on, speak up. Time is money.
Sorry to bother you. I just would really love to work with you.
All right, let's hop in. Come on, lots of orders. Let's go.
she's like, okay, and she's like, all right, sorry. Be good.
Wait, can I help too?
No.
Can I be your
She
sous
leaves.
chef? Oh,
You can taste whatever I make.
oh, okay. What do I do out here? Okay.
Be yourself. Make friends. Don't get caught by the police.
I'm definitely gonna do all of those things.
And Corey's gone.
So you basically like hop over the glass, because like the urgency in Gloria's voice is like, let's fucking go. So she pulls you over to the side.
Okay, so we got lots of orders to do, and well, you don't know the recipes, so I'm gonna make this batch first, and then you're gonna make the next one. Okay? Awesome. Sounds good.
And
All
she goes into making things. She's not explaining anything to you. She's just fully like, you gotta be zoned in on what she's doing. So she's like cracking eggs, mixing flour. She is just like quickly portioning out sugar, flour, water, mixing it all together, kneading the dough by hand, getting a rolling pin out, like all the whole shebang, like in a lightning flash is how quickly she's doing this. She quickly like forms the desserts into their shapes and puts them inside little trays, throws it in the blast oven, and as she puts in this fresh batch, she's pulling out one that's already been cooked, laying it out, and she starts decorating each one. Each looks very unique. And then she looks over to you.
Okay, I hope you got all that. Now it's your turn.
Me, shut up.
So
All right. Okay.
all right, so what we're gonna do is you get to roll that performance check.
I'm very
Fine.
scared.
Got it.
I'm just gonna say there's a couple of levels to the performance check depending on what you get. So, and now I forget how. I know you got a pretty hefty modifier there. So
Yeah, I do. I'm scared, guys. I
You
don't
got
want to
this.
fail.
We believe.
We believe it. You're gonna do it.
All right.
You are the mother duck
Let it
for a
ride.
reason.
Quack, quack, mother ducker.
Let's go.
Fucking go!
Yeah.
all right, Corey, I'm gonna let you go ahead and explain how you do things.
All right, let's get down to business. I'm cracking the knuckles. Yeah, so Corey is on top of it. When you're a chef and you're working in such a high, like fast pace business like this, you just gotta take everything in rapid fire. So she is fully tuned in, her ears are straight up. She is just watching Gloria, and as soon as it's her turn to go, she just takes off running, like just goes at it, just mixing the dough, the ingredients, cracking all the eggs perfectly, not missing a beat, not just perfectly cracking them in and going into the next step. She kind of like has to eyeball what the proportions were, like the ingredient amounts, but she kind of like does her best at eyeballing what, like, and just repeating, like copying basically what Gloria did as much as possible. And just goes for it, and is just mixing everything in lightning speed, hopping around, trying to get like all the different like tools and everything to mix the batter, and roll everything out. It's like an episode of like the Great British Bake Off, where it's just it's pure chaos. So her station is just pure chaos as she works, but she is efficient. And she just throws everything in the blast oven once they're done, and when they come out, she just gets right to work. She's like breaking a sweat, just like very hurriedly, like decorating all of the tarts and pastries that come out and that are beautiful, like golden brown. Everything is like it's coming together, and like she's like just trying to go as fast as possible making this. So yeah, so like as soon as she's finally done, she like looks down at what she's made, and I don't know, DM, how's it look based on that roll?
So Gloria comes up and looks over the desserts and things like that. She picks one up, like measuring its heft, looks at it around, and she says,
You do a pretty good job for seeing it for the first time. Now let's see if you can keep it up until closing time. Let's go.
All right, let's go. And yeah, she like gets like half a second basically to admire what she made and to praise, and then it's like, okay, let's go.
yeah, and you guys continue to work, and you are at this point, after that successful first attempt that you did, you are in like lockstep with Gloria. You are following her lead very flawlessly. It's like she's mixing the stuff, you're pulling out the next batch of desserts, you're decorating, she's mixing. Like, you guys are switching roles very seamlessly. As Zar, when you're watching all this, how do you react seeing all this stuff happen? Because you're just like behind on the other side of the glass where the customers are, and some other people have started to kind of crowd around and watch this veritable random Harangon woman who just hopped behind the glass and started going to work and is keeping up with Gloria. So some of them are like whispering to each other. And how do you react to all this?
Like
Okay,
watching
so-
an anime fight scene. I feel
Yeah,
like.
literally. So I'll take the cloak off and I'll take some chalk from my bag and I'll write like a secret little message on it, and then like I'll summon the pin and kind of put it through the cloak, and then I'll wave it like a flag, and it says Corey Riviani is the best chef ever, and I'll just be like cheering on the sideline. Let's go, Corey! That's a mighty duck right there.
I love Zar so much.
And like a couple of people like come up to you, Zar, and they're like asking questions like who is that? Who like, how does she know Gloria? All this kind of stuff. And you're just like gushing over her and all of like her skills and stuff.
Telling her about the great stories of breakfast and how great of I'll even go into like the fighting and the fact that she uses like utensils while she fights. She flips bad guys over with a spatula and stuff. I don't know, just making up crazy stories.
The spatula of justice.
Yeah.
And everyone believes you because of what they're witnessing right now. And there's still like a solid like 2-3 hours of this goes on. And Corey, you are like drenched in sweat from the pace of everything, from the heat of the blast furnace. But you look over to Gloria and she is like in the zone. Like a couple of beads of sweat drop down her brow, but she is like unfazed by anything. While you're kind of at this point, at the end of like the 2-3 hour mark, you're starting to get a little bit gassed. But with that, the final customer comes through, and the doors kind of close for the day at Artsy Tartsy. And as the cashier lady kind of starts cleaning up things and putting aside some desserts that haven't been sold just yet, Gloria is kind of taking off her apron, and she looks over to you.
Well, you
Corey's
did.
on the floor.
Gloria just kind of like stands right beside you.
Well, you did a good job for your first time. So you're looking to be a gourmand, are ya?
How do you do this every day? Are you like what kind of spell are you using to be just like how do you keep going and going and going?
Well, let me tell you, there ain't no magic here, just passion.
I can't feel my legs.
Well, I think you did good enough to, at least warrant, trying out my trial to be a gourmand. That wasn't the official trial, by the way. That's kind of just the, the beginning step.
The beginning step?
Oh, you didn't think it would be that easy, did ya?
And Gloria looks over to the cashier girl.
Esta, just close everything up. I'm gonna take oh, what's your name, by the way? I never got your name.
Like her mouth, like her jaw is just on the floor, and she just goes, Corey.
All right, well, Corey, come on back to the office and let's have a little chat. Your friend, I guess he can come too.
Okay.
And
Zard, can you help me up?
Zar's like sitting on like a bench where his like feet can't touch, just like eating a donut. The like pastry all over his face.
Oh yeah, I got you.
And I'll come and like lift her up.
Zar's got a couple like buttons undone on his belt.
I gotta say, you are one amazing cook. And these things are like, it's like drugs. Did you put drugs in these? I think you put drugs in these. You put drugs in a lot of things.
I think she's on drugs. I think she's on so many fucking drugs. I don't know how she does this.
No drugs, just passion.
As she skips to the back, like she's unfazed by everything. Just a merry hop and skip.
I think I've heard passion is a drug.
Yeah, so that wasn't even the trial.
What? You just did unpaid labor, and that wasn't the trial.
No, it wasn't. I don't even care if it's unpaid. Zard, just you can come with me. I think I might need to lean on you. I don't know how long I'll be able to walk.
You can. I'll give you a piggyback ride.
I'm taller than you.
It'll work.
She ignores it. Just like slowly like limps over to the office.
I'll take my top hat off so she can use the horns as a like a rail.
Yeah, she basically just uses it as a rail. Like, trying, like, just get over there.
So you go into the back office as you kind of limp your way there. And as you enter, you can see almost like it's like almost like a laboratory in a sense, where there's lots of different ingredients out there. There's like notes pinned up on the wall, pictures of the ingredients, things like that, like how they taste. It's all written out everywhere, just scattered everywhere. It's like one of those like avant-garde geniuses. It's like stuff's everywhere, but this lady is like a master at her craft. So you'll forgive the disorganization because she is a genius. And so she sits down at her small desk and looks up to you.
Well, Corey, you did a pretty fantastic job keeping up with me. Not a lot of people can do that, by the way. You did a pretty good job just jumping in there.
Yeah. I think most people would pass out 10 minutes in.
Well, you definitely showed the gumption to be a gourmand, but let me tell you, I worked at the Gourmand Guild Hall in Vrento, and they work even a little bit faster than I do. So it's good that you're able to keep up with me, so there's hope for you yet.
I honestly am at the loss for words. I mean, don't get me wrong. I deeply admire that passion and that drive that you have.
Well, thank you very much. So let's talk about my trial.
All right. So what shall you have me do?
Well, as you can see around this place, I love to experiment with new flavors, and seeing how we're in Baland, the main trade center of Stellaris, I get my hands on a lot of exotic ingredients. So what I would love to see you do for me is bring me some kind of exotic ingredient that I've never seen before and make something with it. It doesn't have to be a pastry, it can be something else, but that's what I want from you. I want something that really is new and fresh and core.
Fresh and core. Well, is there anything in? I mean, like, what haven't you seen before, as far as ingredients go?
Oh, that's a I mean, it's probably easier to list the things that I haven't seen, really. Or wait, is that how it goes? No, I've seen a lot of stuff. I've tasted a lot of things in my time.
Oh, yes, that's why I'm asking. What haven't you seen?
Well, that whatever you're gonna bring me, that's what I haven't seen.
You really don't make this easy, man.
Well,
You're killing me out there. And I have any bone. You can throw me any bone at all, even a little.
Well, that's part of the passion of being a gourmand, is discovering new tastes and new flavors and things like that. Something in exotic places, maybe somewhere in Stellaris, or maybe somewhere beyond Stellaris, who knows? But some kind of exotic ingredient, that's what I want to taste.
All right. I can do that. Yes, I can do that.
Perfect. No timeline or anything like that. Take your time. You know, I've tried a lot of things, let me just tell you. But you know what, Corey? I think you can do it.
Is there a certain amount that you would like me to make from this ingredient, or just so I know how much of it to get?
Well, just something that would serve like a pretty good portion size. You know, it doesn't have to be a large meal or anything like that. Could be something very small, could be an appetizer, could be an entree, could be a dessert. Whatever whatever the ingredient speaks to you.
All right. You have yourself a deal.
Perfect. I know you'll be able to do it, Corey. Once again, no timeline. I'm here pretty much all the time, always cooking, at the same speed that you saw today.
Always, every day?
Well, I take one day off to prep for the rest of the week.
All right. Well, I mean, you've really made this your entire life. That's what I want to do.
Well, when it's something you love, it doesn't really feel like work now, does it?
Well, unless you're going at like 50 miles per hour in the kitchen, and it does kind of feel a little bit like work.
Yeah, maybe it was a little bit of an off day for me. Only if it was only 50 miles per hour.
And yeah, Corey laughs at that. It's like, okay. Well, I won't take up too much more of your time, Gloria, but thank you for today.
Well, thank you for your help. You did a fantastic job, and I can't wait to see what you bring me.
Yes. All right. Well, have a good night.
See you later.
Oh, and by the way, do you happen to know a breeze leaf?
Can't say I do. I don't really venture too far outside of the shop.
All right. Just asking. But yeah, take care.
See you later.
And Esta, the cashier girl, kind of walks you guys out of the artsy-tartsy shop, and as you guys are standing outside of the building, it's getting a little bit dimmer outside. It's probably late afternoon, like kind of early supper time. And we'll cut back to Eladrian and Drag, who are, there's probably now like a hour or so back in time there. As the Sergeant Brick opens up the cell doors and walks you up to the waiting area. And entering inside, you see Midas and your father.
You're here.
He just
Midas?
He runs up
Only
and
took long enough.
Jornian runs up and just embraces you once again, Eladrian.
I'm so glad you're here. It's so good to see you. This time, we do not have bars between us.
Never again, my son. Never again.
Never again. Never again. Oh, it's been too long.
Okay.
Y'all are so dramatic. Oh my god.
For once, I'm with him.
I've been getting to know your business partner, Midas, over here.
You know, he's a good guy. He needs a little bit of help every now and then, but he's a good guy nonetheless.
He said so many good things about you.
Oh, that is a surprise.
I'm also surprised.
A big surprise.
What is going on? So anyway,
Drag pats Midas on the back and says, "Look, you're growing up, old man."
What are you... one, I am not old. Two, I literally did not do anything.
Man, it's a lot more fun to make you angry when other people are around to laugh with me. Where are the others?
I don't know. I haven't seen y'all. I don't know.
You got yourself lost again, huh?
I didn't get lost. I've been here the whole time. I actually found... I cannot tell you that.
Anyway,
How'd you
wow!
find?
Hey guys.
you gonna tell us? Try again, one more time. Just out with it. You are to the what?
This is a safe
Anything?
space.
Oh, very safe. We're all friends here.
The
yes?
safest. Well, my son, did Sergeant Brick tell you about the community service?
He said we got to be pirates. Or maybe beat pirates. I'm a little fuzzy on those details.
Well, I don't think he wants you to be pirates.
Oh.
But you might have to stop some, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what's out there.
He lost me at pirate. I was in.
All I know is that sometimes I see some of the sheeps that come back and they have many battle damage from cannonballs and grappling hooks and splintered wood.
Splintered wood.
In the sheep?
Well, no, on the on the ships, like the sides of the ship,
Oh.
on the deck of the ship.
She's not the smartest.
But my son, why are you using magic against these fine guards here? That's not the way I raised you. In fact, I didn't even know you could use magic.
You didn't raise him.
What do you-
Didn't you run away?
I mean, magic is it was a gift I learned, out while I was about in my travels. It is not a big deal. I mean, I was only trying to be able to get the paperwork to come see you in the first place. It's not like I was trying to use it in a bad way. Plus, no one told me that there was a rule against it.
Well, that is fair. If no one told you, how could you expect to know?
I know, ignorance is bliss.
For once, we worked out in your favor, huh?
I mean, for the ones that you may have been in, there's lots of onces.
Well, I am so happy to finally see you again, my son, but I know someone who will be even more happy. Your mother. We must go home at once.
My mother? She's here.
Of course she is
Mom?
here. We live
Really?
here.
Oh, I should have known. We're okay. Right. Oh, but wait, ducks. Before we go, I should tell all of you this, right? Because everybody's here now, right? We have all of us here. So,
Eladrian,
yes.
all of us?
I guess
Count.
we're seeing a couple. I got excited. My father was here, so I was, he's also like an honorary duck, so I got excited. Okay, we will wait.
That's
He was counting the voices in his head again.
That's what I was figuring.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Not all the way around.
Eladrian, you have more friends somewhere?
Hey, don't act so surprised, my father.
I mean, it's pretty surprising.
Quite good friends.
Where are they?
I don't really know yet, but I am looking for them, so I don't know. Where are the rest of the ducks?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of them until now.
Father, none of us know where the rest of the ducks are. So, we're going to go find them. Okay? We're going to find the ducks, and we're going to go see the mother.
We gotta fix our flock.
Ducks fly together,
All these duck metaphors.
Except right now.
except for the time today. Right?
Y'all at least know where where y'all saw them last.
So, the ducks last?
No, the geese last.
There are
Yes.
geese?
No, last.
Midas walked right into that one.
Yeah, he did.
There are geese?
No, I was joking. Eladrian.
Are they the Glassmont geese?
Eladrian.
I cannot believe that they have come this far.
Oh my God. Hey, Drag. When was the last time you saw a Czar? I know he's pretty small.
Come to Baland?
At the docks? Maybe?
So they're definitely not still there if they're not in the jail cell.
They weren't here with me. I only had this one.
And I'm so sorry about that.
He cries a lot.
I know.
Well,
It's-
Well, if we
You are going. If the Glassmont geese are here, you are going to be the one that is crying. They are relentless. Tell you, they will come after you if you have a slice of bread.
I do not cry, Eladrian.
Tear it from your hands. If you do not cry,
No.
what if I was to tear your garment?
What?
Sacrilege, I know.
I would not be crying. The only one who would be crying would be you, because I would be tearing your ass up. So I wish you would try something like that.
A tear would stream from your face. Maybe in pain, maybe in pleasure, but a tear nonetheless.
What?
Huh?
I love to watch my son have these interpersonal squabbles with his friends.
Back to the
We're not
geese.
friends.
We are the best of friends. You are
We
like
are not.
we are the friends.
When did we get geese?
Wait, what?
Huh?
Yes, the geese. Yes, the Glassmont geese. They are
You
here.
like-
But no, Midas said they were.
There's no geese, Drag.
Only a true friend of the ducks would reveal the location of the Glassmont geese.
There's no.
Party foul.
Ha ha ha.
Foul.
Okay, so we're missing the two who actually have the fucking animals. You know, that's low-key a good thing. I can't stand them.
Well, if we need to
Cute-
find your friends,
Stupid,
maybe
not good.
maybe we can go buy a magic scroll to communicate with them.
Oh, that's a good
Pineapple
idea.
eyes? Wow, your dad is so nice.
Where do we find that?
They probably have it at the exotic market down a little bit closer to the docks.
Okay, Blue Man Dad, you lead the way.
And you pay for it.
But
Ooh,
of
I like
course
that
it's-
idea.
But of course, it's for my son. Of course I will.
See, wow, that's a gentleman. You need to take more notes, Eladrian. I'm tired of paying for everything.
You're tired of paying for everything?
Yes.
That is
that's what I
is
said.
about. I don't know why I need to take notes about you paying for everything, but that's
Because
okay.
I shouldn't be the one paying for everything. You need to start paying for stuff.
Oh, you think I have the money?
Get the money. Simple.
Get the money. That is what you say to me. I am in the jail, and you're like, oh, I am a member of the Golden Loom. I am so important. I am the
Yes.
best tailor in all of the land, but I
Yes.
cannot afford a little bit of money for my
Oh,
friends to bail
I
them out
can
of jail.
afford it.
No.
I
you can
Okay,
afford it.
let's get going, guys.
You can afford it, can you? Okay, so
I can.
why? If you can afford it, then why am I going to have to pay for it?
Just, I don't want to pay for it. Simple.
So because you can want in one hand and you can shit in the other. See which hand fills up first.
Your dad grabs you by the ear, Eladrian, and he says, "Do not use curse words in front of a lady."
How dare me?
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
I'm sorry, father.
Yeah.
Let's go find your friends.
Yes. Oh yes, my
And
the rest of my friends. Yes, you must meet them. The rest of the ducks.
And he leads you outside of the government building and over to closer to the docks, where there's a wide variety of different kind of market stalls. Lots of things are here. There's like kind of like fresh fish, fresh kinds of salted meats, different kinds of exotic fruits that are imported, a lot of like clothing stalls, things like that. And then Dornian brings you guys over to this one stall with a lot of trinkets and things like that. And he speaks with the owner, who's a tiefling, and hands him a satchel of coins, and he gets a scroll in his hand. And as all this stuff's happening, there's a lot of hustle and bustle at the in the markets at late at night. People are grabbing food for dinner. Some people are just doing some late night shopping, things like that. A lot of people are kind of like bumping into each other, stuff like that. It's really a mishmash of a little bit of craziness. And as people kind of bump into you, Midas, do me a favor, roll 3d20 for, 3d20 for me.
Okay.
And so, and then Eladrian and Drag also roll 3d20 for me.
Give them, okay?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. I'm gonna roll all of 8, 27.
Cool.
11 less than 40. Wow.
All right.
So good at rolling.
All right. So just a lot of hustle and bustle here as the Dornian gives a scroll to you, Eladrian. He says, "Well, you know your friends. I don't know them at all, so it's best if you reach out to them via this sending spell."
Okay, I will. Spending spell, eh? Right? Take it. Open it up. Do I read it?
Yep. So yeah, like scrolls are, anyone can use a scroll. So yeah, it casts the sending spell.
Sending.
Which, if you don't know what it does,
Which I do not.
you basically can like send a message to someone's mind, essentially. Short
Multiple
message.
people or just one?
Just one person. 25 words or less. And they hear it in their mind, and they can answer with a 25 word or less response. And Dornian will kind of tell you, just have them come meet us here.
Here.
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to tell them to meet us here.
Be a little more specific than that at these stalls area, general market, stuff like that.
The stall of the general. Okay.
Near the dockyard.
Okay.
You're killing me.
25 words or less, huh? Okay. All right.
Find a way to condense that into 25 words.
Is probably not gonna work that way. Because Eladrian's an idiot, and he's gonna be grabbing this sending spell. He's like, sending spell, activate. Tsar, I have found my father, and we are out of jail and going to the general stalls. So we are here. It's probably more than 25. So who knows how many he actually got?
You got to probably more than that was included in the message.
Perfect. Oh, it's probably more than. Okay, that's fine then.
And then Zara, so you hear Eladrian's voice pop into your head.
Oh, Eladrian? Eladrian, are you here? Eladrian? Eladrian! Corey, I hear Eladrian.
What?
He spoke to me in my head.
He what?
Yeah. Can he do that?
I mean, he is a bard. What did he say?
Something about stalls and here. And he found his dad.
Okay, so he's in the market with his dad. Okay, all right. Let's go over and look for our friends.
Okay.
All right, so with Eladrian's amazing directions,
So good.
takes a little bit for you guys to find them.
Yeah, she's like, did he say any more details, Zara?
We
Nope.
are here.
That was it.
The general stall.
Fucking idiot. Okay.
I love him so much. I miss the shenanigans.
I don't. I really don't. You know, it was aside from the whole being hunted down by guards thing. Like it was pretty calm. Until we got to the artsy. It was pretty nice. Honestly, I almost forgot what life was like without Eladrian.
You know, and I mean this in the most loving and sincerest way. And I do love you, and you're a great person, and I love hanging out with you. But it's kind of, you know, Eladrian brings like a lot of life, so it was kind of boring without him.
Don't be boring.
You're not boring. You're not
Yeah,
boring.
bore you?
No, you don't bore me. I'm just saying that, you know, we like you do.
Oh, so he's the favorite now.
No,
Okay,
you're
I
always the
see.
favorite.
Oh no, but I'm boring. I bore you. I'm not interesting. All of my beautiful recipes that I craft lovingly by hand for you all every single day. It's just boring to you. Okay, I see.
Oh wait, hey Midas, yeah, she didn't respond well to the boring. Midas is reaching out to my head now too. He called you the boring. I was just telling you what he said.
Gaslighting.
Literally, it's like crafted. Just like no, I will not take this disrespect. No.
Me neither.
You called me.
We should really tell him. Midas, he's the worst.
Sorry, after everything we've been through today, you called me boring? My ass boring? I was with you!
I
Holy shit! I was going to blow up a wall for you! And you called me boring?
I never said I said Eladrian just brings like a certain energy, you know? Like, you know.
Certain energy! Sure! Yeah, I'll remember that.
You bring another energy.
A boring one!
No, not boring! It's, you know, it's just like, if I wanted to, like, you know, rob a store or something, Eladrian would be like, let's do it, you know? Or like if I wanted to, you know, he would have got matching top hats with me. Why didn't you get matching top hats? This is what this is about.
Why didn't you get that?
This is what this is about.
That a top hat? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Ooh. You are, you know what? You are worse than Eladrian.
That's kind of a compliment.
Worse.
You telling me I create the same energy as Eladrian? Wow.
Sorry, I'm leaving your ass here.
No.
Bye.
I'm following you though.
No, you're not going to follow me because I'm so boring to you.
That's why you need me to be around, you know, to release the energy.
She's like hopping away.
Wait, I can't run that fast.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
Did you
my
even mention
God.
Top Hat?
Eventually, you all meet up, and Czar's wearing a top hat, and Corey looks very tired and angry.
Oh shit.
Are these your friends, Eladrian?
They are the rest of the ducks, my father.
Why
Yeah.
are you yelling?
We have all assembled in one place. It's like we have a super secret power when we are together.
What?
Well, allow me to introduce myself. I am Dornian Breezeleaf. Pleasure to meet you.
Wait, is this the imposter?
No,
We
no,
found
this
the
is...
imposter! Get him!
Oh, no,
Oh
stop,
my
no,
God.
this is the real one. No, this is the real one.
Are you sure?
Look, he knows the handshake. He knows the handshake, father.
Corey
You
just
know,
looks over at Midas. It's like...
Midas just shakes his head.
Look, father, we will show them. Ready? Handshake, okay, ready, go.
Let's do
See
it.
that? You see? He knows the handshake. It is my real father. No one else would know that. No one else.
Wow. Hi, Papa. And I'll give him a hug.
He like lifts you up and like spins with you.
Whee!
This is Czar. This is Czar. Our resident tiefling.
Yeah,
Fantastic to meet you, Czar.
it's good to meet you too. Eladrian's been so worried about you, and we're sorry that he ran away from home.
Not for us to apologize, it's for him.
Yeah, but he won't do it.
I didn't really run away, but that's okay. But anyway,
That's what your brother told us.
I didn't even know I had a brother, so how could he know my story? Anyway,
Oh,
we will
God,
talk about
please, we
this
do not
later.
need any more family drama.
Oh, you're not going to introduce me? Okay.
And this is the greatest chef in all of Stellaris. You will never have a stew the same way twice. This is Corey.
That doesn't sound like a compliment.
I don't. Hey, no one's talking to you.
Dornian just takes a very deep bow in front of you, Corey, and says, "A pleasure to meet you, my lady."
Finally, somebody who knows how to treat a woman with respect. The respect that she deserves after slaving away in the artsy-tartsy for about 3 hours or so, making recipes that she's never seen. And you don't call a woman boring.
Yeah, Midas, you're in hot water, bud. You shouldn't have sent me that message.
What are you talking about?
You don't know.
Midas, I cannot believe you called Corey boring.
See, I wasn't lying to you.
No, it's not Midas, it's Czar. He called
What?
me boring.
I would never do that.
Czar said he got a message from Midas that said he was boring.
How would Midas send this message?
I'm not Midas, I don't know.
I don't know any
Midas?
sending spells.
Eladrian,
Yeah,
you were
that's
the
what I
only
thought.
one. You were the only one that cast a sending spell.
I was pretty good at it though. I got him there, didn't I? I got him back here. We are now
It
together.
wasn't
Hey,
very helpful,
Alex,
honestly.
you-
It was
you-
really wasn't.
guys, let me tell you, I have to call a meeting, an emergency quack session. Okay? All right.
Well, okay. We really need to talk about this, but not here.
Talk about what? You don't even know.
All of this, yes. That I mean, what happened with the dogs and the you and we all got split up. I would love to chat but maybe not here. I am very tired. I'm so tired.
You seem like you might be a little hungry too. Yes.
She does get a bit hangry.
It looks like you might need a little bit of a rest or something. How about this? Maybe we can go back to my father's house and we can sit down at the table. I mean, maybe you could sit on the couch or whatever we have for you. Maybe a cot, maybe a nap, a little nappy poo, whatever. We can go back and kind of rest for a minute and we can all talk about what is going on and kind of collect ourselves and say, okay, ducks together, let us fly straight.
That's the smartest thing you've ever said.
You must be very tired giving compliments to me. All right, so onward to the father's house.
So wait, we're not fugitives, right?
We'll get to that. Okay, we'll just we'll talk in at the house of the Dorn of Dad. Okay, let's just go this way.
Wait, so you were involved at the docks?
No.
I
Eladrian, shut up.
well,
For once.
Okay. Okay. Dad, lead the way.
Yeah, I would really love to not be near guards.
Oh, well, okay, no problem. We're not too far from our house, so follow me.
Following.
All right, and a few minutes later, traveling kind of in and out of some alleyways and stuff like that, you get to a moderately sized house. Nothing too extravagant, nothing too big. Kind of blends in with the rest of the block. Entering inside, it's a rather quaint home. Once again, there's like a seating area, a nice little like hearth of a fireplace, and a nice smell of like a fresh stew is on the stove, or on the in a cauldron above the hearth, and up from the top you hear the sound. Dornian, is that you? Yes, it's me, honey, and I have quite the surprise for you. And coming down the stairs is a Air Genasi woman wearing a nice flowing dress. Her hair is like Eladrian's hair is like kind of like a platinum white, almost like a very, very bright kind of white, where her hair is more of like a grayish silver, and it's in like a dreadlock, and it's tied up in a high knot at the back of her hair. There's some wrinkles on her face. Her eyes very similar to Eladrian's eyes, which are kind of like that, almost like a glossed over, like a, I don't know what color the eyes are, but it's like a bluish, purplish color. And seeing you, Eladrian, next to Dornian, she just drops to her knees and starts sobbing into her hands as she looks up and sees you. And Dornian runs over to her and cradles her and kind of helps her up, as you know she's just a blubbering mess as Dornian brings her over to you, and a big family hug ensues, and everyone starts crying.
Oh my god, yes. Tears streaming. Done enough of that, though.
And then your mom, just out of nowhere, just kind of smacks you upside the head. Where the hell have you been?
I'm sorry, Mommy. It's been...
Oh, that was satisfying.
She smacks you again. How dare you worry us like that?
I'm sorry.
She smacks you again and then pulls you in for another hug.
I missed you. How could you have a son? Another boy?
Dornian kind of grabs you aside and says, "We have much to discuss, please. But everyone come on in. Let's have something to eat. You all look very hungry."
Famished. Thank you, Father, Mommy.
And Rizelia just kind of, is just not letting you go. Basically, she's just holding on to your arm the entire time, and you guys are all chit-chatting and things like that as food is served. And through the conversation, they go into detail a little bit about, what happened after you had left. They woke up one day to you not being home with them, and in a panic, they kind of left their home and went down to Baland, where they heard little rumors of a small Air Genasi boy boarding a ship of some kind in Baland. And since that day, they basically they bought a home in Baland. They moved everything. They uprooted themselves and came to Baland. And as days, weeks turned into months, turned into years, they always had they tried to make lives for themselves while always keeping an eye out on the ocean, hoping the day that their son would come home. But after years of no sign of him coming back, and they haven't exactly told you this part yet, but they basically said that they needed to have another child in order to carry on their family name. And Dornian, after they kind of explain that little story to you, Dornian looks at you, Eladrian, kind of pulls you over to the side and says, there are a few things that I need to talk to you about. I just don't know if it's something that we should talk about in front of your friends. Do you think this is something that do you trust your friends?
With my life. These are more than my friends. These are my family. Just like you and Mother. Like I know that how you felt when you know that you felt like you needed someone else to carry on the name. For a little while I thought that I lost you too. And so I felt I needed to create a new bond. And so I did with them. So yes, I trust them for anything you can have to say to me. You can say to them.
Well, let me ask you this. Why, after all this time, why have you come to find us now? It's been so many years since we've seen you, and now all of a sudden you're here. I feel like I feel like there's just something that has brought you here.
Well,
Brought you back to us.
Well, when I came back because first off, my ship got around to coming back, and I was like, finally I'll get off. Yada yada yada. I found a note in my pocket, and then I got matched up with these guys, and then we went off on a bunch of adventures and things, and we are still on adventures. But really, I came back to find you guys. I just got distracted on the way. Anyway, I don't know. Right? Well, I don't know. Right now, our main job is to try to get this thing off of Midas's wrist, but really, I just knew that we were here close to you guys, and I wanted to see you.
When I was talking to your friend Midas, I did not get a good feeling from that thing on his arm.
Yeah, it's not a good look for him. He likes it a lot, but we are all like, this is got to go. It's killing him.
Killing him? What do you mean?
I don't know. Every time he gets like a weird look on his face, his eyes get all watery and scratchy, and then he's like, he has to walk into the other room, and he does a thing, and he disappears for a little while, and we don't see him, and then he comes back later, and he's like, oh, all happy again. I don't know. It's weird.
Why doesn't he just take it off?
He won't. I don't know that he can.
But he can't. He can't.
Can't. Yeah, he can't. Can you, Midas?
You see Midas is still stuffing his face.
That's what I thought. He can't even talk about it.
It's not that it's less so that he can't because he doesn't want to. He can't because he physically can't. It's bound to him.
Yeah, he also doesn't really want to.
It's bound to him, like magic or something.
It's got to be.
He can't take it off of him.
Has anyone tried to take it off?
Yes, we've tried, and
they tried multiple times.
And we tried to go to a cleric, and not even his magic could help. So he mentioned you.
Cleric? Who's this cleric, Eladrian?
What was his
He's what was it? A Claymore cleric?
Kalimvor. Yes, he's
Kalimvor?
Kalimvor.
There we go.
Kalimvorian cleric?
Do you mean Winston?
Winston? Well, yes, Winston.
Yes, that sounds familiar.
You know Winston?
I feel like I was just saying that.
Winston, I'm very familiar with Winston. We are the very, very close friends.
Oh, well, that is what a stroke of luck.
And-
Yes, well, do you happen to know anything about curses?
Well, did you saw Winston before you came here, Eladrian?
Yes.
Did
Yeah,
did he talk to you about anything else?
I mean, a little bit. Yeah, I mean, maybe a couple of things that, I may or not have heard from you before because, I'm leaving early, I guess. Some things that I was supposed to know.
And Dornian starts speaking to you in Primordial. Everyone else, you guys hear like very like guttural kind of noises and sounds coming from Dornian, addressed at Eladrian, and in their kind of native tongue, he says to you, Eladrian, "What did Winston say to you?"
Well, he said that in order for us to take this off of Midas's wrist, we would have to go to like the SoundCloud island,
And
maybe
with that, he takes a kind of a large inhale and exhales, and he says, "Well, I think it's about time you finally learn about where we are from."
where we are. Where you mean Stonecaster Mountain?
Not just Stonecaster Mountain, but our ancestors.
Oh, like great grandpa?
Great, 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 great grandpa.
Oh. Okay.
And once again, Eladrian, you trust your friends here.
Explicitly.
Hmm.
That is a big word.
Very well. We shall tell them everything that they need to know.
Do you have any popcorn?
Just the lovely stew that your mother made.
Delicious. Mommy, you're so good at this. This is like, it's been improved over the years. You're so good.
And,
Corey, she's going to give you a run for your money.
We'll see about that one.
But
So-
give her a run for her money.
So, Dornian kind of has you all sit down, and as he kind of stands up, he kind of starts taking a couple of breaths to think about how he's going to explain this, and we're going to have a little cutscene.
Ooh.
Woohoo!
We're getting the Breezely floor.
Loving it.
Now, I'm not going to read this all in his voice.
That's okay.
That's a lot. But he'll say to you guys my son, our people come from a place called SoundCloud Island, as Winston mentioned to you. SoundCloud Island is a very ancient island, and through this story, you will learn a little bit more about our people, and possibly the way that we can get that artifact off of your friend Midas's arm. The origins of SoundCloud Island begin with the island that came from the stars, known today as Stellaris. When the asteroid landed in the Sea of Fallen Stars 600 years ago, a large mass of land in the center of Stellaris was launched far into the sky in the blink of an eye. Stellaris impacted the Sea of Fallen Stars with the force that created tidal waves. When the island landed, it split and fractured, and a rare type of stone under the ground was exposed to the air. The stone took on the magical properties of wind, immediately blasting the portion of the ground high into the sky above. The tidal wave from the impact of the island began drawing water onto the surface of Stellaris, covering the rare wind-producing stones with water, changing their magical attribute to water in the process. In the future, this area would become the Vrento Lake. The piece of Stellaris that was launched into the sky had but one sole inhabitant. A primordial force of nature appeared as a result of this incredible wind magic produced by the rare stones below. This primordial force, forged by the strong wind, would come to manifest itself as a genie, claiming the piece of Stellaris floating in the skies as their own. However, over the years of time, the genie became lost to the torture that is solitude. The genie decided to use their immensely powerful magic to create life in their image. These beings would come to be known as Genasi. Centuries passed on what was now called SoundCloud Island by its people. The genie, now known to his children as Sumida the Exalted, lived with his children, the Genasi, and watched them develop as a society. They had created a civilization of compassion and caring, using the knowledge bestowed on them by Sumida the Exalted. The Genasi were happy. But as with many children, some of the Genasi grew curious about the world below the island. They asked Sumida to allow some of them to leave the island, descend below, and explore the world. Sumida the Exalted, however, knew of the world below, as they had traveled there before. Sumida observed the cultivation of civilization on Stellaris by the early settlers. Sumida was wise, and knew that they could learn by observing the multitude of various races that would begin their new lives on Stellaris. Sumida was able to build the utopia of SoundCloud Island based off of the beneficial ideas of the developing civilization, as well as avoid the critical mistakes the mortals made during the process. Reluctantly, Sumida allowed their children to leave the island, but only 4 Genasi were allowed to leave the island. The others were to stay on the island and continue living. The ones to head down to the surface were known to the SoundCloud Island as the Terra More, lovers of the earth. Using their innate magical abilities to manipulate air, the Terra More flew down to the world far, far below them. The land below was nothing like the Terra More had seen before. New land, new smells, a whole new world to them. But this world was not kind. SoundCloud Island did not have the dangers that this new world possessed. Injured and sick, the Terra More were unfamiliar with this world and where to go. That's when they had an encounter with a divine intervention. Rushing to the aid of the 4 Genasi was a human figure, with a pale, pink skin and balding head. Bringing the Terra More into his chapel, the man introduced himself as a cleric of Kalemvor. And since that day, many years ago, there has been a pact of secrecy between the Terra More and the clerics of Kalemvor. The clerics introduced the Terra More to their new lives on the growing island country of Stellaris. And we Breezeleafs are a descendant of those very Terra More. We owe our lives to the all-powerful Sumida the Exalted and our forebears. You were to be taught our secret history when you turned 18, as is our tradition, but you vanished before your 18th birthday. We did not know where you were. We searched for you endlessly, until we heard that a young blue Genasi was seen boarding a ship in Baland. We rushed there, but you were gone. Me and your mother moved our home from the woods near Dunblane over to Baland, and to keep an eye on the ships coming in on the horizon, hoping to just see you again, Eladrian. We spent years with our eyes towards the water, but the years were passing. The history of the Terra More needed to be passed along, and we decided to have your brother, Zephyr. It almost feels like a dream that I am looking at my son in front of me. Now, a man. And causing incidents of mass panic down at the docks. I have to say, I'm a little bit worried about the man you've become, Eladrian. But if that cursed bracelet is too much for Winston to remove, then he must want you all to go to SoundCloud Island and seek out Sumida the Exalted for yourselves. And that's the end of the cutscene.
I'm processing this.
Fucking cool.
So my son,
Wow.
we need to get you up to SoundCloud Island, but first, we have to do what Sergeant Brick asked of you. To clear your names and make sure you're not accosted by any of the Vrento guards.
Yeah, Yeah, it's what they make a lot of sense. Yeah, I should probably tell everybody about that, eh? Okay. So ducks. A lot has been happening, and we have a lot going on. I get this, right? Midas has the death arm bracelet, and we are getting out of the jail. And because there was an imposter somewhere, somehow, I don't know where they came from, but they were mimicking my father, they were mimicking you. That's the only reason that there was a mass panic. Because somebody pretended to be you. They did not know the secret handshake. I could not verify who they were. So everybody freaked out. I don't really understand. Anyway, so in order for all of us ducks to be out of the troubles, not to have a bad name, even though we are the champions of the feast and the famine, we have a little bit of the service to the community that we are having to do. And this is not just me saying, hello, hey, you guys have to help me with this. This is like from the judge says the Mighty Ducks have to do it. Not like it is from them. Okay, so this is what we are supposed to be doing. You ready? Out in the big blue ocean sea, there is somebody that is stealing the cargo from the ships. Are tasked, go get on the ship with the rental guard, get into the ocean sea of the big one that is blue with the waters, right? Not the sand of the desert of the great white sea sands this time. No, this is the big ocean blue sea with the waves and the water. Okay, this is the real one. And go into that with the ship and find the ones that are doing the stealing. So, you ready to go get on the ship? Because ducks, we both fly and we are impervious to the water because we are ducks. We can swim. So let us go get on the ship. In the morning, we are going to go into the docks and we're going to board the ship and we're going to tell them we're here to go to get the bad guys, and then everything will be all right. And then we will go to the island of the Sound Cloud and we will, be able to get the death bracelet off of you, Midas. Okay, sounds like a plan. All right, everybody, and break.
I'm still processing the fact that you're descended from
Genie?
a god.
Well,
We couldn't pass down none of that divine knowledge to you, though.
Well, none of it went down to him at
Not a
all,
single
which is a shame. Not a drop.
I mean, that's not. I mean, come on. I did get. I've done a couple of good things,
It just makes you more awesome and more interesting than ever before.
Why, thank you, sir. No, that's a reason.
But sure, I mean, we can do. I mean, we have to do this task. So
We don't. Y'all do.
if
As the-
Eladrian
I'll
dies,
still
how
come along
the
to help
hell?
out.
If Eladrian dies, how the hell are we going to get to SoundCloud Island to free you of
I
this curse?
I said I'll help. I will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Even though it's not my fault we're in this mess.
What?
So how?
It's not. Did you just say it? Okay, that's right. Because, all right.
How exactly do you get to this SoundCloud Island?
Well,
And Rizelia chirps up. Well, as
Maybe Eladrian remembers, we had a home near Dunblane in the forest, and, well, there's a secret path there that will lead us back up to SoundCloud Island. Something that Sumida the Exalted left for the Terra More, in case we ever needed to go back home, or if we wanted to go back there to be amongst our kind when our time here was over.
but it can only be accessed by the Terra More and this ring here. And you see Dornian kind of shuffle a ring that's on his hand, and he says, "This ring will allow us to pass through the magical barrier that Sumida the Exalted put up to deter anyone else from entering the secret tunnel."
Oh my fucking god.
oh, tunnel. tunnel?
We've seen this before.
The same one?
Wait. No. Wait.
From the beginning?
Not that tunnel.
Yes, that tunnel. Remember, there was some barrier we couldn't get past. None of us could speak the language. I
That's
don't know about you, sir, but I don't speak Primordial.
Wait, you've been here before?
Didn't the goblins come from?
Yeah, what are y'all talking
Yes.
about?
this is where
It was before we met y'all two. It was back when we first set off on the quest.
in
We
the
fought
very
like a bunch of goblins. We had the others before they left. It was a whole thing.
in
we
the
just-
cave.
We thought the goblins came from that cave barrier thing, but we just couldn't get past it. We couldn't open it. There was some symbols on it, but me and Zara couldn't read it.
Holy shit.
Was this the... Wait, this was the same thing that you talked about earlier, that you wanted to check out because you thought you could decipher the runes, right? Is that the same place?
Same.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
One in the
place.
same. Exactly in the same place.
Dornian and Rizelia kind of look to each other and say, "What do you goblins? What are you talking about?"
There was a goblin attack a few days, weeks ago, even.
But
Back in Dunblane.
time is an illusion.
Time is a construct. We tried chasing down where the goblins was coming from after we protected the village of Dunblane, or at least the outskirts of it. And we lost the trail. It went cold, but we did find the tunnel I think you're describing. There was
No.
a barrier,
Wait, no,
but we
it's-
couldn't get past the barrier.
No, that's impossible. There's no way. This tunnel cannot be found unless you have this ring.
Are you sure the tunnel cannot be found, or you can just cannot break past the barrier that is inside the tunnel if you do find it?
No, the barrier is on the outside of the tunnel. You would not be able to enter into the tunnel unless you have this ring.
Is
What
the
about
barrier,
something? What?
like underground? Because we followed a tunnel, and the tunnel just ended because of the barrier.
In
What
the
is
Dundas
that?
Woods, right?
Yeah, what if something was to come back from outside of the other side of the tunnel? Would they be able to leave the barrier open?
Absolutely not. No, it's impossible. Sumida the Exalted would never leave anything like that exposed to mere... What'd you say, goblins? I don't even know what those are.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, they're like
Yes.
those pesky green little things. They're really annoying.
yeah, they're really not very fun. They're like a cockroach. But anyway, it is neither here nor there. Right now, we are trying to. Yeah. So, well,
Perhaps
Should-
we are wrong. Maybe we don't know what we're talking about. I doubt
guess-
it, but we never know.
I mean, I feel like it's the same, but we will find. We are going to find out one way or the other after we get back from being able to find the sea bandits.
Yes. There's a lot has happened today. I'm sure everyone here is very, very tired. Let us all settle in tonight, as tomorrow you must go and set sail with the Vrento Guard.
Yes, ducks must take to the water for the first time. It's like our maiden voyage.
Here, let us get you all set up. Eladrian, you come upstairs. You can sleep in Zephyr's room, and we'll bring down some pillows and blankets for everyone else, and you can all stay. Sorry, we do not have the most space here, but our home is your home.
Well, it's very much appreciated, Mr. Breezeleaf. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Also, do you have a bathroom or like a bucket, water or something? I'm very sweaty.
Like a
bucket.
Or something. I don't know, something to clean myself off. I'm very. I feel disgusting. I have done so much work today.
Yes,
Have
yes,
some-
of course, of course.
Rizelia escorts you to the bathroom area with indoor plumbing.
Believe it or not.
She's like, wow, I'm not. Wow, there's plumbing and stuff. I mean, this is better than I thought. I've never been to this city. I don't know.
Don't be classist. Oh my god.
No, it has nothing to do with them. I thought I just I don't know. I'm used to living in areas. Never mind.
That looks
Okay.
like this.
So everyone, they get you guys all settled in for the night, and as you guys are kind of looking over your gear, kind of getting it set and ready for the next day, Midas, Eladrian, and Drag, as you're kind of going through everything, you notice those rolls that you did. That's how many gold pieces you're missing out of your bags.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Unfortunately, all the hustle and bustle and people bumping into you, they rolled high enough past all of your passive perceptions, and were
It's
able
not
to
hard to-
get some gold off of you guys.
Damn.
Sons of bitches.
And as
Well, they were talented.
they rolled pretty high. And so you're all going to get a long rest, and we'll end the session there tonight.
Ooh.
Wow. Fucking lore drop. Holy.
Shit.
Damn.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
And
That was
It's good to be back.
We
Period.
are so
Oh,
back.
God.
We are so
Absolutely.
fucking back.
Mama. There's my mom.
Mama.
Mama Breezy.
Mama.
Can you post the cutscene, D-Train?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, that was well done.
Yes.
That was awesome.
That was so cool. I was sitting here with my mouth open the whole time.
It was a very good
Yeah.
Lore
It's like a freaking
drop.
movie.
So that damn fucking portal from the beginning. Oh my god.
Dude.
God, man, I can't believe Midas had nothing to do with this.
I'm surprised. He technically he made a Scotch free.
Kind of did.
They- Nobody knows still.
I mean,
Eladrian doesn't even know.
yeah, I'm still fucking clueless. I don't even know how. Yeah, there was an imposter somewhere. I don't know where or how, but holy shit. Oh, man,
Like that was crazy.
that was tons of fun.
Mhm.
And y'all two doing and Corey, holy shit! Look at you, fucking rolling a 22 on your fucking
Mhm.
performance.
I'm so glad. Man.
Rocked it.
Gee.
But then to know it's just part one.
Multi-layered quest. We love
Like
it.
she was like, oh, and then you're right. She's got to be on drugs. She's moving quick.
Hey man, it's passion, okay?
That's what it is. She's on that powdered quick. Like, she's,
Her quick.
right, like the rabbit. Anyway, remember that shit.
Energizer
Quick.
Bunny style.
Quick
What do you-
quick powder. Yeah.
What do you have to do for the quest again, Corey?
So I have to find an ingredient that is something that's like that Gloria has never seen before and make something out of it. So like some kind of exotic ingredient.
Oh my god.
So it ties in perfectly with this because
We're
I
going
could get
sailing,
some-
baby.
Yeah. Look for something from SoundCloud Island.
Heck yeah.
His name is so funny.
Yeah. I was like, there's no way.
Oh my god.
You know what's funny? It was something you guys said long time ago, like as a joke.
What?
You guys mentioned SoundCloud Island at some point, or SoundCloud something or other at some point in this conversation, and I wrote it down. And I'm like, I'm gonna do something with this.
Suck.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh, when you said
That's awesome.
SoundCloud Island, I was like, ain't no way.
Yes.
Wait, are they all bards too? That would make it even better.
not sponsored.
not sponsored. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
That was.
You'll have to find out if they're
Eladrian
all
would be
bards.
descended from some fuckers from SoundCloud Island.
Exactly.
Like not
With as
knowing
much
anything
sound as he
about
makes.
Jesus.
Well, you would have known something about it if you didn't run away from home.
You'd
Well, I
stuck
didn't-
around.
I kissed him goodbye.